Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a really interesting property in Kuala Lumpur, Serai, Bukit Bandaraya. In a city that's always buzzing, where do you find that sweet spot? Loads of space, real privacy, but still connected.
Exactly. It's a challenge.
Yeah, so we've gathered the research, the articles, the insights. We want to figure out if Serai lives up to this blue chip reputation. Does it work for residents and investors?
Indeed. And our mission really is to pull out the key things for you. What makes this place tick? What defines its prestige, its place in the market?
Okay, so let's unpack this. What's the foundational story here, the kind of secret sauce?
Well, at its heart, Serai is built on three things you really can't just copy anywhere else.
Okay.
First, the land itself. It's a huge 6-acre freehold plot. And freehold means you own it, land and building outright.
Right, and that's in Bukit Bandaraya, Bangsar.
Precisely. In established Bukit Bandaraya, finding that kind of space in that specific location today, practically impossible.
Wow. Okay, what's number two?
Second is the density, or rather the lack of density. Just 121 units on those 6 acres.
121. That's tiny for KL luxury condos, isn't it?
It's incredibly low. It's really a deliberate choice, prioritizing personal space, exclusivity, not just packing units in.
I get it. And the third thing?
Or finally, it's the developer, BRDB Bandaraya Developments. They basically built Bangsar starting way back in 1965. Serai was kind of their magnum opus, finished in 2016 on what they called Bangsar's last prime plot.
Right, the legacy factor.
Yeah.
So this idea of space and exclusivity.
Yeah.
How does that actually feel day to day? We hear bungalow in the sky thrown around a lot.
Yeah, it gets used a lot, but Serai really delivers on it. It means stepping into your apartment and feeling like you're in a landed house almost.
In terms of sheer size.
Exactly. The standard units start over 4,000 square feet. That's huge. Some penthouses go up to, believe it or not, 14,000 square feet.
14,000, good grief.
Yeah, easily among the biggest condos in KL. Plus, every single unit gets its own private lift lobby. So straight from the lift into your own space. Real privacy.
Okay, big spaces, private access. But what about the luxury touches, the fittings, the amenities? Because the high-end market is crowded.
Absolutely critical. And here, it's not just slapping on brand names. It feels very intentional. You've got both-out kitchens, really top-tier German engineering.
Okay.
Gaggenau appliances, professional-grade stuff, and Todo near-rest bathrooms. The super smart Japanese toilets and fixtures. It's that level of detail.
And outside the apartment, what facilities make it stand out?
Well, there's a 50-meter infinity pool, which is pretty standard, but this one is heated in salt water. That's a nice touch. Security is robust 3-tier system, plus a proper concierge service and a 24-hour doorman. It's all geared towards that 5-star service feel, Space, privacy, service. And what's really fascinating, I think, is how Serai manages to feel so peaceful, yet you're right there in the city.
That sounds like a bit of a contradiction. How does it pull that off? A quiet retreat and super connected.
Well, Bukit Bandaraya itself, the enclave, it's very green, affluent, established, feels quite secluded.
Right.
But you're literally minutes away from major highways like Sprint or Pinchala Link.
Yeah.
And the Pusat Bandar Damansar MRT station isn't far either. 5 stops and you're in Bukit Bintang.
Okay, so the connectivity isn't just hype, it's genuinely convenient.
Oh, totally. You could be, say, having a quiet coffee on your balcony and then 5 minutes later you're at Bangsar Shopping Center or the new pavilion Damansara Heights or popping out for dinner in Talawi. Top international schools are nearby. Pantai Hospital. It really does give you that best of both worlds feeling without feeling compromised.
All right, so it sounds great for living, but let's talk investment. How does Serai perform as a blue chip asset? Because luxury alone doesn't guarantee good returns.
That's the key question for many, isn't it? So Serai launched back in 2012. Prices then were around RM 1,300 to RM 1,500 per square foot.
Okay, and now?
Today, the median transacted price is hovering around RM 1,786 PSF. If you calculate the compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, it's about 2.0 to 2.2% per year.
So steady, but not explosive growth.
Exactly. It's stable. And rental yields, they're moderate, maybe 3.0 to 3.5%. A standard unit might rent for RM 18,000 to RM 28,000 a month.
Right. So it's not really about generating monthly cash flow then.
No, not primarily. The real focus here, the investment angle, is wealth preservation, holding a quality asset that appreciates steadily over time.
And speaking of holding value, maintenance is crucial, right? Especially over the long term. How's Serai doing on that front? I hear the fees might be a bit higher.
They are a bit higher, yes,
Yeah.
around RM.68 PSF, but that's actually part of the strategy, you could say.
How so?
Well, that money funds genuinely premium upkeep. Proof of that. It won a gold award back in 2021 at the EdgeProp Awards for Best Managed Properties. So the money is clearly being used effectively.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, that higher fee also acts as a sort of filter. It helps ensure the community consists of people who really value and can afford to maintain that high standard. It protects the overall quality and thus your investment.
Right, maintaining the exclusivity. So in this market, Kale's always got new towers popping up. What gives Serai its, unshakable edge? How does it stand apart?
That's a great question. I think its edge is that it knows exactly what it is and what it isn't. Meaning it's purely residential, ultra-low density, very private. It's newer and definitely more spacious than, say, BRDB's earlier project, One Menarone.
Okay.
But crucially, it deliberately avoids that whole integrated development model. Mall downstairs, offices nearby like Pavilion de Mansara Heights. Serai is purely a sanctuary.
So it's different from the mixed-use buzz. How about compared to other pure luxury condos, maybe even newer ones?
Well, something super luxe and new, like ARA residents nearby, might command a higher price per square foot. But Serai offers that established quality, the immense space, and a kind of quiet gravitas. Often you get significantly more living area for your money compared to the newest launches.
So value in terms of space and established quality.
Exactly. And fundamentally, it's rarity. That specific combination of location, land size, low density, and developer legacy, you just can't replicate it easily. That's its ultimate advantage.
So wrapping this up for you, our listener, Serai Bukit Bandaraya really seems to make a strong case if you're someone who puts a high premium on space, privacy, and that kind of established prestige. Those are the non-negotiables.
Absolutely. For someone living there, it nails the bungalow replacement idea. All the luxuries, security, peace, without the hassle of maintaining a landed house. And for an investor, it looks like a solid blue chip hold for capital preservation and steady, sustainable growth. Not for quick flips.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? In our cities that just keep getting denser, what does true luxury mean to you? Is it being right in the thick of the action? Or is it finding that rare, quiet haven that still keeps you connected when you want to be? Definitely something to ponder on your next deep dive.